Hi guys, I just wanted to say thank you to those of you that showed up today for the 5-day Herbal Medicine Workshop. It was a really good first day, and I'm really thankful for the 27 people that came in. We had 27 of the 30 who registered, so it's not a bad number. Tonight we had even more people sign up, so tomorrow will be an even bigger group. A couple of things I just want to mention so that we don't have difficulty with getting people into our room, into our Zoom meeting. Please make sure that you have the name that you registered with as your Zoom name. If you give us a different name, we will have a hard time tallying it from the list that we have, and it'll take longer to actually get you in. If you don't know how to change it, then as long as it's got a semblance of what's on the list, you will get in, but it might take you a bit longer to get in. All right? And there were a couple of people that got in today that weren't supposed to be in because they weren't registered. Please, instead of sharing the Zoom link to your friends, share with them the registration link on WhatsApp or on Facebook that you actually click to get your details in. Without getting registered, starting tomorrow, they will not be able to get into the event. Now, if you don't know what the link is, let me know. I will be able to send it to you, although because it's already almost 11 p.m. here, we will be sending it to you tomorrow morning. I hope that's okay. Remember, it's a 5-day event, so if they haven't been able to join, they will be able to join the next event. So, but ideally, we'd like them to be able to get in tomorrow because they would have missed already one day, right? All right, let me just see my reminders here so I don't miss out on anything. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the dandelion workshop today and you've been able to write down notes about what I gave you on dandelion. I will give you more on dandelion and the other herbs that we'll be tackling as we discuss them again starting tomorrow. As promised, to make sure that we have more participation and that you actually create your own herbs, I want you to actually start buying specific herbs. Now, we spoke about a lot of plant herbs and a lot of what you have at home, but I think it might be a little, with the numbers that we have, it might be a little bit more difficult if we have too many different herbs that we're tackling. So, in order to make this a little bit more streamlined, for tomorrow, we are going to be handling tea leaves. And I only want one of the 2 leaves that I'm going to be mentioning here, either peppermint leaves or chamomile flowers. So when you purchase your chamomile tea, you actually get chamomile flowers because the flowers are what we use for making tea. And when you get peppermint, it's usually peppermint leaves. Okay, so go to the grocery and buy yourselves organic peppermint tea or organic chamomile tea. And just make sure you have enough because you have to actually be able to fill your bottles 3/4 of the way through. So if you don't have a lot of tea leaves or a lot of tea flowers to put in, then you'll have to make sure that you get a smaller bottle to use. Also, make sure that you sterilize the bottles that you're going to be using, so they have to be sterilized and dried. And you have to have your vodka, gin, brandy, or apple cider vinegar. Since we're going to be using dried leaves tomorrow, dried flowers tomorrow, 37% will be enough. Okay? Now, if you have your own peppermint plant, because I remember somebody mentioned the peppermint plant. I'm sorry, I don't have your names listed here in front of me right now. But if you've got a peppermint plant, then buy yourself a chamomile tea leaf, chamomile flower leaves. Chamomile flower tea. Because that way, then you can join us, create your own dry ingredient, dry herbs, okay? Put the peppermint plant aside for Wednesday because Wednesday is going to be the fresh plants day. All right, so Have your either dry peppermint leaves or your peppermint tea leaf pack, or your chamomile flower tea pack. Have your bottle that's sterilized and dry with a lid, and remember, when you're sterilizing, just shake the bottle, shake the water in the bottle with the lid so you can see if it will actually let water through when you're shaking. Water cannot go through, water cannot spill out while you're shaking, otherwise you'll have a problem every time you shake the bottle with your herbs and the alcohol in the next 30 days. All right, so we've got the tea, we've got the bottle. Make sure you've got a spoon, and this is just gonna help you if in case we had to stir anything in. So it's just for standby. Have a spoon or a teaspoon depending on how big the lid is of your bottle, how big the opening is of the jar that you're gonna be using. And make sure that you have soaked that in boiling water and dried. So the spoon or the teaspoon that you're going to be using has to be boiled and soaked in boiling water and dried. Have a sticker label. So buy that from the grocery as well. Sticker label that you can put on the bottle or on the jar to identify what's in it, what did you put, when did you prepare it. And lastly, a pen to use for the label. I'm going to be giving you all these things in writing as well, but I thought I'd just record and write. I'm the type of person that actually like hearing a recording rather than reading what's written. So at least we cater to both. Whatever it is that you feel more comfortable with, you have the written reminder and you have me explaining this as well verbally and through the video. Wednesday is going to be fresh plant day. So for Wednesday, we are only going to look at 2 plants, either parsley or oregano. Both these plants are available fresh from the market or the grocery. So make sure you buy yourself enough to fill a full bottle. Because remember, fresh plants, you have to fill the bottle that you're going to be using. If you don't have a lot of plants, then get a smaller bottle. If you grow your own rosemary or oregano, then perfect. Make sure you have that with you. Okay? All right. Thursday is going to be root day, and that's going to be either fresh turmeric or fresh ginger. If you're buying fresh ginger, buy a big ginger root, and if you're buying turmeric, buy about 10 turmerics because turmerics are very small. We're going to be chopping those and putting them in the bottle. All right, so I have Tuesday again, which is going to be the tea. So it's either peppermint tea leaves or chamomile tea flowers. Wednesday is fresh plants. It's either going to be a fresh rosemary or fresh oregano. And Thursday is going to be root day, and that's going to be ginger root or turmeric root. All right, so those 3 days, we've got specific herbs that we're going to be creating. That way, at the end of these 5 days, you've actually created something. All right, have a great evening, afternoon, or morning. And if you have friends, again, we can still welcome them in, but we will stop letting people register about 30 minutes before the event because otherwise it's very disruptive. And make sure you share with them the WhatsApp link. All right, have a great day, everyone. Oh, lastly, sorry, we are not going to be providing replays of our event, so be there, take down notes, and remember, it's when you're there and when you're able to ask questions, that's when everything is clear in your mind. I hope you've enjoyed that, enjoyed tonight's event. I can't wait for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, and when we put them all together and discuss all of them on Friday. Have a great day. Bye.